Hi, my name is Allison Beecraft, and this is my video submission for the online SLP Master's Program. For the first question, asking about how I manage self-care and mediate stress during the program, I have several hobbies like pottery, knitting and crochet. I do yoga, which I find to be a really relaxing sort of moving meditation, and it helps me get into my body more and out of my head. So that's really kind of a nice, gentle way for me to unwind. And I recently, this last summer, joined a kickball league. So that's been really fun to just like do something that's a little bit competitive, but a little bit low key and gets me outside with some fresh air and vitamin D. I also think it's really important to prioritize and know what things need to come first in a day or the week or the month and kind of forecasting ahead. So that really helps me manage everything to just be organized and looking at my list and deciding what I have time for and what I don't have time for. Also, my husband's a psychologist, so he always really highlights the importance of like sleep, healthy sleep cycles and patterns, nutrient dense food to fuel your body. And that's kind of the foundation for like a healthy mind, body, and soul. So, just really making sure I'm getting at least 7 or 8 or even maybe 9 if I'm lucky hours of sleep a night would be lovely. The other things that I do is listen to my body and just know that I need to slow down. I have a tendency to have a lot of different interests, so knowing that I can do everything, but not all at once. So there may be some things that I'm currently doing that need to take a back seat during the graduate school program. And that's okay because I've always sort of like worked and gone to school at the same time. And knowing that, yes, I can also release work. I'm in a financially comfortable enough position to be able to do that if that's something that needs to happen. For the second question, how do you communicate in challenging and difficult situations? So this is really important, and I'm a big proponent of communicating early and often and really just being upfront about how I'm feeling if I'm off or have had a death in the family or a close friend. This actually happened to me just a couple weeks ago, and I just said in the very beginning of the day, hey, I'm okay. I'm good to be here, but like I'm definitely not 100%, but I don't feel the need to go home. And I think that that's just something that's really helpful to everyone so that they know if I'm not being my normal self, or I'm maybe not smiling as much as normal, or I'm not performing to um, kind of the standards of the day or what my normal experience would be, that there's a reason why. And so I think that's just really helpful because in those moments we can give each other grace and sort of realize, like, okay, this is temporary, and just kind of keep an eye on the situation. I would also say that I have been on the receiving end of communication or non-communication with students as a program coordinator, and I felt like it was extremely unprofessional to not hear from students. I would say if there's something that I'm behind on, I would definitely email someone ahead of time if I knew I was going to be behind. And then if I was receiving an email from a supervisor or an advisor asking about something, I would definitely respond within 24 hours. And I think it's really important that you guys don't feel like babysitters kind of trying to keep tabs on us. Communication is a two-way street, and it's not all about you guys telling us what to do. We also need to be meeting you where we're at and sharing that information so that you guys have clear expectations about what our needs are and where we are. So, anyways, I appreciate you taking the time, and I look forward to hearing from you.